Hello everyone, welcome to your video on how to set up your MISHA. Today, of course, we're going to be teaching you how to set up your MISHA. So we're going to go over a couple of the parts and pieces you'll need in order to set up your MISHA fully so that you can start capturing. So we have here first your binder clips. We have these smaller ones that we use, and then we also have these bigger ones that we use. Your Spectralon, your dongle if you need it, all your wires here, the computer to help power your system, camera, walls and bonnet for your black box, board to hold all your objects and to go over the legs of your system, 2 LED arms, your MISHA head, your camera holder, your left leg and your right leg, your base, your spine, your shoulders, and of course, your 2 LED panels. Now we do have everything labeled for you, so any of the names that we mention here in this video should follow along with whatever system that you are using. So the first step in building your MISHA is to get your base and to attach your left and right legs to your base. So we also use this type of screwdriver right here. You can see the end right here. It's not your typical screwdriver. And then the sizing that we use is 5 by 32. You need to make sure you have this exact size because that's what fits with the screwdrivers. An Allen wrench also occasionally works too. So we're first going to attach the system. There are 2 sliding in parts that slide in, as you can see right here. These parts slide in to your legs. So we are going to make sure these are lined up, and we're going to slide them in. And this might take a few tries too, especially if you lost pieces during travel that were in your Pelican case maybe. You want to make sure that they are just right. When you slide it in here, you want to have this part to be just flush with the 80-20 right here. And then you are going to tighten. Don't over tighten it too much or else it can be a little difficult to get out, but tighten it a good amount. You'll also notice here on your system too, there might be some screws that are marked white or silver on the inside. We recommend not touching those so you don't have more to put together than you need to. The next part that we're going to put together is our spine, which is this longer piece of 80-20 right here. And you can see here we have these 2 brackets, and there are 4 of these sliders right in the middle here. And so we just want to make sure these are all lined up, and we're going to slide the spine right in. Again, might take a couple tries. So we are going to tighten these right here. And you can see right here, there are these 2 holes. These are on either side. And you just take your screwdriver or your Allen wrench and you just tighten these here. This is really important for making sure that this part is stable here because this is also the part where you're gonna start to attach the shoulders, which hold on to your LEDs. Perfect. All right, next we have your shoulders. And again, these have these triangular brackets here, and there are 4 screws, similar to attaching the spine to the base that you put your screwdriver in through here and tighten. This part can be a little bit tricky for setting up, and that's okay. So you just want to make sure, again, that you're attaching. Back here, I'm just making sure my slide cars are lined up with my 80-20. Occasionally, again, might have to go loosen a part or 2. Make sure you don't loosen your screws all the way though. You don't want things to start to fall out. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Alrighty, making sure things are lined up. Got one side in. It's best to go one side at a time. And other side. And you're just gonna slide it down to about halfway. And then you're going to attach here. If you have a level on hand too, might be good to pull that out and just place a level right on the top here, making sure it's about straight. It can be off by about 5 degrees. So I'm tightening back here. Some other screws kind of came out here. You might notice that occasionally. If you do, just tighten them back on. No big deal. It's important to make sure everything is good and tight. Alrighty, so now we have your shoulders attached, and you can kind of see here, it's almost like we're building a human. We refer to MISHA as MISHA's different parts as of parts of humans, so it kind of helps you with setting up and visualizing building the system a little bit better. So next, we're gonna put on our 2 LED arms. So we have our right arm here, and we have our left arm here, and these are what we're gonna use to attach our LEDs to. So we have our right arm here, left arm, and then these sliders are a little bit different. They have this double slider here, but they go in the exact same way. So you just kind of slide them in. Again, make sure that they are flush right here with the end of the 80-20, and then we're just gonna tighten. Again, you'll notice these 2 white screws are filled in a little bit. It means that you don't want to touch them. Again, just less work that you have to do. All right, and you'll notice here we have these little, again, this, I guess, double slider here. This is where we're going to attach our LEDs. This is your LED panel. You always want to make sure that you're picking it up from this back part right here. Never touch anything right up front here, or try to avoid touching back here. This is just to make sure that the LED panels remain in the best condition and that none of the LEDs break. Whenever you put them down, always put them face down on foam too, to make sure they're best protected, and then picking up at the back here. So next, we're just gonna slide this part in right here to this slider right here. It slides in quite nicely. We're gonna tighten with these 2 screws back here. All right. And then you'll notice too, if you're interested in seeing which wavelengths the LEDs are, some of them are labeled which LED is. So for example, if one of your bulbs does for whatever reason go out and you notice that it's this LED right here, you'll see up here it says 660, that corresponds with the wavelength it is. So next we're gonna attach the camera holder. This is a little bit easier than some of the slide cars for some people. This back part right here just kind of slides right into the 80-20. And this is adjustable too, especially when you want to move the camera to help you get a better field of view for your object. So you can tighten it here, but if you want to unscrew it to move your camera up and down, you can always bring this down a little bit and then it'd be adjusted for your camera. All right. Once that is secure, we next put on our head. Again, that double slide car here, we're just gonna slide it in. and we're gonna tighten. All right, finally, for our skeleton, we are going to finish by putting the camera on. So the camera has this mount here. What you're just gonna do is you're just gonna unscrew this right here. Bring this down a little bit. And you're going to put this part flush with the front of this part of the camera holder. You're gonna line up this hole back here with this outer hole, and you're just going to screw in your camera, keeping the camera flush with this part right here. Keep tightening. Alrighty. So now your camera set up, and this is your skeleton structure. So we're gonna continue on here with showing you how to build the box. So next part you're gonna wanna get is your base. And this is just a nice wooden base. It goes directly over both legs here, like so. Next, we're going to put on the walls of your system. As you can see, it's just some plastic and some duct tape. So, just adjusting it. Next, we're going to put on your top cover, and we're going to use these bigger binder clips that we have here to attach it. So again, the top part is made out of the same material as the walls. This is easier to do if you have two people helping you. So that way you can look at the back part here. Once you kind of have it on, just about, you can start to clip it, and the top will kind of fall into place with the walls here. So 2 binder clips for one side, 2 for the other, and you're just gonna pinch this duct tape part right here. Take a binder clip, right here. Alrighty, now once that's done, you can flip this part up. And because we have to put the wires on too as well, we might just move this off to the side. So again, just 2-person job, just lift up, move off to the side here. This is nice to have too in case you need an image without the box. You can simply just take it off, put it off to the side, and then it'll just be just fine for later. So next, we are going to set up our wires for the system. You want to have your computer on the side where the LED panels, where there's a little bit more stuff going on the back end here. So this is your Raspberry Pi, as well as your power switch, and then this plugs in, this is the power source for the LEDs. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, if you haven't already, you want to make sure that your computer is plugged in, because MISHA uses a lot of energy. So we're going to plug this in here. All right. We're also going to get a dongle too, because for our computer we need a couple more USB ports. So we're also going to plug that in right here. Next, we're going to get the cord that attaches the 2 LEDs together. It looks like this. And this is just going to wrap around the back of the system here. And you'll notice too that it has this little pattern going on right here, this little notch, and that corresponds right here. You can see where it plugs in and where that notch is going to go into. You want to make sure that that is lined up So I'm making sure that it's lined up here, and I'm supporting a little bit of my hand with the LED, putting a little bit of pressure on the plug, and then I'm tightening this. You don't want to over tighten this here. Just tighten it just enough. When you start to feel some resistance, that's when you want to stop. Next is the plug for the Raspberry Pi. So you can see it has this little flat edge right here. I'm gonna plug this in, and then you're gonna plug in your USB. We have your plug for your camera. So it also has this right here. And I'm just gonna turn the MISHA so it faces me a little bit more as I'm working back here. That plugs in. That plugs in. And then finally, you're gonna wanna attach your power cord for your LED panels. So we have this here, which corresponds to this plug right here. Plug it in, turn on your LEDs, and that's it. So once you put the black box back over on, and this cover goes down right here, you want to make sure that when you begin imaging, you clip the sides of it with some binder clips, but that's about it. Congratulations, you've set up your MISHA.